Hey guys, so in this video I'm just going to be sharing with you guys how I was able to pass my UK driving practical in one go, like in my first attempt actually. So I moved to this country a year ago and I've been driving in the UK for exactly 1 year now as well, because when I came in I bought my car immediately, like 2 weeks after I arrived this country. I bought my car because I came with my international driving license. Okay, so I've been driving and I'm also a domiciliary carer. I've been doing this dom care for like a year. So practically, if you are a dom carer, you know what it is. Or if you are in a care sector, like we move from house to house, go from place to place. I'm even actually at work right now, so waiting for my time to go in. So that really helped me as well, because I was already used to the road, driving from pillar to post everywhere. But that is still not enough. But I think that gave me a bit of confidence, because I've seen some people saying, oh, once they get into the test, on the test day, once the examiner sits inside their car, they start fidgeting and being so nervous. But I was already confident because I know it's in all these roads I've been driving, but I didn't really know the rules, what these examiners, what they actually we want from you, what they need from me on that. They find I know I can drive. My car is manual. I've been driving in my country in Nigeria for so many years. I started driving when I was 14 anyway, and that's the truth. So I've been driving for years. And when I came here, that's why it wasn't so hard for me, because already a very good driver. It's not as if I learned driving a year or 2 years ago, or just that here before I moved. Been driving since I was 14. So immediately I came here and I bought a car in 2 weeks and I started driving. Manual car can be very cheap in the UK. That's why they tell people, if you are trying to relocate to the UK, try to go and learn how to drive manual, because that is what helped me, because I can drive manual very well. So, and man, I bought my car less than £1,000. So that was why it was also easy for me to get sponsorship, because I had a car and I came with a student visa. So, and I got sponsorship very quick because I had a car, I was already driving. So, and so when I was ready for my test, I did my theory very early and I passed at a go, because I took my time. Because then my employer told me they're going to give me 3 months probation. If I get them the UK license, then they will sponsor me. But I started working with them and I didn't like that employer. They were so bad. So I left them to another company and I took my time. So as at the time I was going to get ready to book my practical test, I now noticed they had backlog. I didn't know they had backlog. It was like I booked my test like 6 months ahead. This test I did yesterday, the 31st of March, was booked 6 months ago in 2024. Man, I think I booked this test around September, and the earliest date I could get was March. Exactly. Yeah, I booked September, and the earliest days around August, September, I think. Anyway, so I just kept on, and they told me, "Oh, go and get cancellation app so that you can get date on time." I was very lucky because I was already working. I already got the sponsorship, and my employer was not bothered about me bringing the UK license, since my international license was still valid. But I was worried. I didn't want my international license to expire while I'm still driving, because it's going to be illegal for you to be driving if your international license expires. So, and I went to YouTube. I saw these great channels on YouTube, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys. These guys are so good. For those of you who have not been driving at all in the UK before, I know some people say, oh, they are scared because it's a right-hand drive. They don't know the roads are different. Trust me, take this from me, from someone who has driven in Lagos, who has driven in Benin City, Nigeria, and driving here in the UK is way, way cheaper and easier than driving back in our country. Here, everybody stays on their lane, everybody's doing their thing. It's different from Nigeria, where someone will just come and drive in your front, where keke will come, bike will come. This one, everybody maintains their lane, except the person is high or something, So I went to YouTube. So I'm just going to share this tip for those who have not been driving, just like my case is different from you guys. If your case is a bit different, you need to go to YouTube and watch these channels. I'm going to put them on the screen in this video. Go and feed your knowledge with these channels on YouTube. This will help you not to spend so much money with instructors, because if you have zero knowledge, you're going to spend thousands of pounds getting driving lessons, because every time you get this lesson, it's because they are not cheap. Some charge 40 pounds, 35 pounds, 30 pounds. I think the cheapest you can get might be 20 pounds. This is for people who are not registered, but they are doing this instructor, and they is what they really like to do. Maybe they do it like a side hustle, you know, depends on the city where you live. The person will just want to help you, and they take that small amount from you. Men, driving instructor are not cheap. Trust me, it's 40 pounds, 35 pounds. People have been paying. Some people have spent 700 pounds for this, and they've still not gotten what they want. So I will advise everybody out there, go to YouTube, watch those videos just the same way you will be watching your Netflix movie. Follow those guys on YouTube. Trust me, you're going to spend less money with instructors, because by the time you get on the steering, you already know these little things to do. Then the instructors will know where to focus on you. Not when you are just like a novice, you don't know this, you don't know this, you don't know this. Every time you keep booking lessons, they'll keep booking lessons, you keep booking lessons, so you could get it right. So for me, what I did was went to YouTube, started feeding my knowledge with those YouTube channels. I'm like, oh, this is what they want, because I already know I can drive. I'm a confident driver. Even my examiner told me on the day of my test yesterday, said, oh, you're a very good driver. I'm like, thank you. I know. Okay, I'm not bragging anyway. So I know I'm a confident driver. So she told me that, oh, you're a very good driver. But if I had not gone to those YouTube channels, I wouldn't have been able to know the rules in the UK, because I've been driving, everybody's maintaining their lane, I'm just doing my thing. And those rules are very important. You have to be legal, you have to follow those rules. I had a driving instructor. I only had one lesson. Trust me, I had just one lesson, 3 hours. And when I went with this instructor, he said, oh, you can already drive. I said yes, because he didn't know. Someone gave me his number. And I went there, said I have to come so that I can test me and see where I am. So immediately I drove with this instructor. I said, oh, calm down, calm down. I can tell that you can already drive. But this is not what you are doing now, is already for people who've got their license. If you drive like this, you are going to fail woefully. So then the instructor told me, okay, this is what you need to do. And it was very helpful. He had to point out the things in my car that will make me fail the test. He told me, you need to go and fix this. So because me, initially, I was like, oh, let me just feel on this YouTube channel. I'm glad I followed my instinct just to go on a drive with the instructor. So because I thought, oh, I already have all the information from YouTube. But I'm like, okay, let me go with somebody on ground, you know, because I know I needed to give this my all. This driving license depends on my job, because I won't be able to drive again. That means I won't be able to do my job, because my job involves me driving from house to house. So I went out with this driving instructor. He was the one that told me, oh, you need to change this sun visor, you need to change your side mirror, you need to change this thing is broken in your car, you need to do it, you need to do that, you know, he told me everything that I needed to do. He opened my bonnet, because he told me he didn't have a manual car, and my car is manual. I have to use a manual driving license. I have to use a manual car. So I said, oh, I don't think my car will be suitable. And then he checked and told me, if you can fix all these little things that I'm telling you, maybe with £100 or something, and you take your car to car wash it in and out, because I can see that this car is moving, is all right, then you'll be good. So, and I was glad I did that. Then he pointed some things out for me that I was doing while driving. He said, you need to work on this, work on this, work on that, you know. So that really gave me a bit of more confidence, you know, on that day. And he had told me all of those things. We spent 3 hours driving around. We went to the test route in my city. We drove around to all the test routes in my city. I spent 3 hours with this instructor, and that was it. Then I came back home. This was like a week to my test. I came back home. I continued watching my videos. I planned to go on a mock test with him on a Sunday, but I'm like, this would be a lot of money. I was too broke. I'm like, I'm just going to let it go. Let the Holy Spirit lead me. The night before my test, I was watching videos all through the night. I wasn't nervous about my test, but I wanted to get this right. I woke up at 1 a.m. I went to YouTube again, started watching videos, pressing manual car, you know, just keep watching to make my memory to be full. I don't know how to explain this, if you guys understand, you know. So in the morning, I had a chaotic morning. Anyway, that one will be for another video. I have a video about what happened before I went for my test. So this is just me sharing how I was able to make my test. So if you follow those YouTube videos, trust me, you're going to have a success story. It's not as difficult as it is. I think some people fail not because they cannot drive, but they let their nerve get to them. Do you get? So, but if you field your knowledge and if you go out with your instructor and you practicalize those things, you will be all right. All these instructors, they are human beings and they are very nice. From my experience on that day, and you also have to pray. These instructors are very nice. They try to make a little chat with you just to relax you. I think one of the questions, and I learned that from YouTube as well, one of the questions they always ask is, oh, if you were not having your test today, what will you be doing? And I learned that from YouTube. One of those guys on YouTube, the driving instructors on YouTube, has said this is the question they will always ask you while you're driving. So just like driving off from my test center, like we are still in the vicinity of the test center, the lady asked me, oh, if you were not having your test today, what will you be doing? I said, oh, I will be working. She said, what do you do for work? And I told her I'm a community care. She said, oh, that is a handful. Then we laughed. We both were laughing. So imagine if you were somebody that is nervous, before you know she's talking to you, lose your concentration. You just have to calm down. It's either you pass or you fail, you try again. And I think 80% of people that fails is not because they cannot drive, it's because they are nervous. Oh, the big test is coming. Trust me, I was never nervous about this test. I already told myself, oh, I know I can drive, but I know these things, tiny mistake might just make you fail. So I just thought, oh, even if I fail, I know it's not because I cannot drive. It's because, oh, maybe it's not just my time. Because sometimes you see some people that fail, maybe a bicycle is just coming, the way you do with that bicycle, if you are not careful, waiting for them, those are the things they cause serious driving faults. You know, when you go to those YouTube channels, you feed your knowledge, you will see that the things that make people fail is just very small and you are a very good driver. So that's why I said it's also important that we pray and you will make it. Trust me, you're going to make it if you calm down. Me, this is my first time. So I think, though I've also seen some people's testimony who also passed on their first time. They've never driven in the UK before, maybe from back in their hometown. So I think it's just you building your confidence, just you calming down. So, but for me, I think what helped me is because I've been driving already. Though I've also seen people who've been driving already who had failed 2 3 times anyway. So anyway, that's why I think they let their nerves get the best of them. So if you calm down and just say the person sitting next to you is a human being like you, he or she is just doing their job and you are just there for them to assess your driving, then drive your best. Everything that you have learned, put it to practice on that day. Your 2 hands must be on the steering and you must do your 6-point check. Is very important. If you stop at the hold up or the traffic, before you leave, you have to check again to be sure that maybe a bicycle or a bike or something is not coming from the side. So those are just the little things. And you know, when you're already a driver, these are the things we don't pay so much attention to. You just side high to look at your mirror because you're already a confident driver. You just side eye to look. But the examiner wants to see that you are really checking. You do like this. You know, you want to look to be sure. This your rear mirror. You look, you know, it's very important. Those are the things they just want to really see that you are a careful driver and you are being legal. Legal is when there's a speed limit of 30, you are not driving above 30. When there's a speed limit of 70, national speed limit, dual carriageway, single carriageway is 60 and 70, and you give it the speed if the road is empty. So on a carriageway, national speed limit road that says 60 or 70, depends if it's single or dual carriageway, you cannot be driving 40 and the road is clear. That might not be a serious fault. They might see it as a minor fault. But if you do it consistently throughout your test, it will make you fail. If you see a free road that says 30 or a free road that says 40 and you are not driving 10 or 15 or 20 because you are scared and there's no car on the road and it's really, really free and it's a free access to go, it's not nice. They will fail you. So because I think that happens to people that are nervous. So you don't want to run speed. It's important you speed once if the road is clear when it says national speed limit, because they will take you to dual carriageway or single carriageway. They will also take you to country road, and those country roads are tiny roads which says national speed limit, which is 60. So in most cases, the road is clear. You have to drive. You have to drive 50 something at least. You cannot now be doing 40 until you finish the road. No, that used to make people fail. So I think it's just not because people cannot drive, it's just these little things, you know. So I'm going to be leaving the links to those videos. I'll also put some on the screen. Just go and feed your mind and body and your knowledge. Those guys are really good on YouTube. Feed your mind, feed your body, feed your soul. And I'm waiting for your own success story. It's not that bad. It's not that difficult, guys. Trust me. So thank you for watching this video. If you gain a 2, if you gain 1 or 2 knowledge or whatever it is from this video, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to give me a follow. I'm really happy. Today is the 1st of April. I'm still basking in my past, because you know what it is to be a full manual license holder. The opportunities are limitless now. Yes, the opportunities are limitless. So I'm so happy, and I'm now like a more confident driver on the road, because yeah, I'm a full UK license holder, not just a full UK license holder, manual license holder. Yeah, can you beat that? Manual license. I brag differently anyway. I'm just joking, guys. So if you are willing to do your license very soon, just follow these steps, and whatever your instructor tells you, whatever you watch on those videos, don't feel that they are too much. Do it. Those 6-point check, you have to look. Like for me, I didn't do any serious maneuver, maybe because she had already seen that, oh, I was a bit confident on the road. I did the maneuver that I did on my test was reverse 2 car lengths. So it was for me to reverse 2 car lengths, guys. Trust me, when I was about going to reverse, it was on a small road, like a residential area. That's where I did my reverse 2 car lengths, and I almost broke my neck. Normally, I would just do this and look my rear and be going, but I'm on a test. You have to let them know that you are being really safe. You know, I did like this. It's a 360 turn when you are reversing. When you are doing your test, it's a 360 turn. You know, I kept going round and round and round, and I did the 2 car lengths, and the examiner said, oh, that's fine, that's fine. Then I secured my car. You know, you have to put your handbrake, and you know, so I secured my car. She said, okay, you can move off when you are ready. Then don't say because you have just checked and checked and checked and you have just finished packing, then you just want to start your car and go again. No, 6-point check again. So these are just the things they want to see you do. You just finished packing a second ago and they tell you to move again. You have to check again. You have to check. You have to check again. 6-point check. Then before you signal, is mirror before signal. You have to check. I can actually even teach on this job because I fed my mind, my body, my soul with those videos. Trust me, because when you are hunger for success, you don't take it lightly. That is me. That is what I am made of. When I'm hungry for success, I don't take it lightly. I was feeding my mind, my body, my soul with those videos. So when you want to move again, even after packing a second ago, you have to do your 6-point check, because it's a residential area. It's possible that somebody is just walking by. Yeah. You have to show the examiner that you are being cautious, you are being safe. Somebody might just be walking by, or somebody with a bicycle might just be driving for. You cannot say, oh, I just parked a minute ago, and you keep going. No, you check again. You check again. The examiner will say, move off when it's safe. You check, then you signal, then you go. When I got back to the driving center and the lady said, we parked, she said, can you park on the right for me, please? Because when I already saw the sign, when we're coming back, I already saw the sign, oh, this is the way to the center, because I know those areas. I used to walk around those places. Oh, it's like the test is almost over. So we're going back, and she told me, when we go back, can you park on the right for me, please, inside the test center? When I parked, and she was like, oh, you're a very, very good driver. You're a confident driver. and I'm happy to tell you that you have passed. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. She was like, no, it's all right, it's okay, it's okay. I'm so happy. Like, I was so happy. Immediately, I wanted to jump out of the car. You know, she was like, oh, cool down, cool down. So she said I had to give her my provisional license. She asked for my provisional license. She even asked for my consent. Are you happy for me to take your provisional license away from you today? I said, go ahead, with all pleasure, take it away. Then she started filling the certificate, asking if my address is still the same, if anything has changed, is my email address still the same, everything. Then I said, yes, everything is still the same, nothing has changed. Then she filled the certificate, took the certificate number and tap it in her iPad. They had like an iPad or tablet with them, you know. So, and she said, congratulations, thank you. Then I said, bye. She gave me my certificate. I'm like, God did this, God did this. I'm really grateful to God, guys. And for those of you out there who want to do this, be hungry for success. Don't give up. Don't let go. Because that morning of my test, I almost gave up because I had a chaotic morning. I have a full video about that on my YouTube channel. But this is me today smiling because I never gave up. I put on a fighting spirit. So thank you, guys. I'm going to end this video here. It's already 20 minutes. I can't believe, guys. So bye, guys. If you watch this video till this time, just drop me a comment in the comment section. That would do me good too as well, so that we can talk more in the comment section. Bye.